hello there. Oh, hi, Bowie. What are you doing? Look at those little ears perk up. Hi. We have the Bowie cam? We do. Oh, yeah. Yes. That's the good. Hi, buddy. What are you doing? Just doing some Bowie stuff. Just doing cute dog things. That's all. We're gonna stream. Okay. Hello. Hi. Hello. It's me, Scott. By the way, this week has been a outrageously unfocused week. Like I just can't seem to do anything. It might be Bowie's fault because Bowie's very distracting. And I'm watching Bowie right now. Really, he's a very attention-grabbing person. But we're gonna try to continue our Shodoku puzzles. If I can find the... Oh dear, that was the wrong thing to do. I can find the list. Shodoku. Show. Puzzles. Show. Wish I could remember the... Oh boy, maybe it was over here. Yes. I have found it. Where did we end? We did Orion ratios. I don't think we did Draco's ratios. Sorry, 3D printing something. Printing some brackets for some little solenoid block things for the guillotine. Guillotine design well underway. Very exciting. My musical guillotine. I can show. I posted a picture. The idea is as you'll play a song and then these latches will release one by one and they'll release the blade. You know, for no real reason. Not really thinking about any reason. Okay, I believe we did Orion ratios, right? We didn't do Draco. Draco is Malfoy's name. Draco is probably the name of the constellation, right? So, what do we have here? We got more black stars. Black Star. Oh, that's the supergroup of Mos Def and Tyler Kweli, right? But Black Star reminds me of something else. It's a Radiohead song. Blame it on the Black Star, I think. We need some stars, I guess, is what we're seeing. Stars. Bowie's done with this. Wow, look at that black hole. Wow. Ooh, look at these. That's a pretty good warp. That might be a bit much, but I also love it. Ooh, it's pretty good. Okay, I'm going to go here, hit refresh here, and I think we're just going to start. I've probably forgotten something. I know so many things don't work, like the bot and stuff. I don't know. We're just going to solve this puzzle and not worry about all the things that I should be doing instead. So, what are we doing here? We are looking for... We got fun stuff like this. We got fun stuff like this. When you have a triple like this, you know that you've got you're dealing with a sandwich that has a 2-4 in the middle, and a 4 sees that, right? Because we can't put... 3 and 6 don't have buddies, or they're only buddies for each other, and 1 and 8 can only be... on the extremes when you have a little triple here. So we do get a 2 here, which gives us a 1-4 pair with the 4 lines there. So we get a 4 and we get a 1, which is a charming start. We know the 6 is here. I mean, we know it is anyway because the 8, once we pull 3 of these, we kind of can't do anything else. Is that always true? That may always be true. It's not true here because this digit could reappear, but I don't know why that sounds extra loud right now. Sorry about that. I don't know if you can even hear it. The Bamboo announced their new printers that are wild and costly. And I'm thinking about it. There's the insane one that has like a laser cutter and stuff in it. I don't think it's a good idea to have a laser cutter in there. It'd be nice to have a laser cutter at home. Hey Skojo, how's it going? It'd be nice to have a laser cutter at the house, but laser cutters just are like a messy. Like, I don't really want the inside of this chamber to be all sooty. But the things I'm very interested in, this thing with the new AMS that does the heating and drying, and the other cool thing The you gotta pay for enhancements. I want there's a new little enclosure fellow called something. Is that where's that thing? I guess it's an accessory. It's like a new little single feller. Where is that thing? It's probably just not available yet. Is it announced? Can I learn more? I want this. I mean, this printer I kind of want just for the size increase, because I think the bed's like a foot by a foot, something like that. I don't think I'm gonna do the laser. The bigger bed is a really big deal though. But what is the bed size? Anyway, the thing I want, why can't I find anything? I mean, the new AMS is cool. This feller? Actually even more than a foot. Gosh, 14 inches on this axis? Pretty wild. About 13-ish inches here, a little under 13-ish inches here. That is huge. I would very much like that. The dual nozzle is cool. But so I'm interested in that. The bigger interior is a huge deal. And then where's the new AMS thing? This thing. I'm curious. I want to know about this thing. If I could have just this as like a little heater dryer feller, if that's the, so I could keep my current AMS. Yeah, by the end of April. Tempting. And I don't think I need this because I think I can use the exterior. I don't know. Some of these things I'm just not going to think about for a while. Anyway, I've distracted myself that time. That was no one who did that but me. So we've done this, and we know that we need 579. And we need 578 is what we need, and the 8's visible here. So we have a 578, and you're not 8. This is a little trickier because this digit could be a repeat, but this isn't. So we do have a 2-4 in here, and that needs to be flanked by a 1, 2, 4, 8. The 4 is going to see one part of that. So we'll have a 1, 2, 4, 8. By not having a 4 here, we don't have the ability to go 1, 2, 4 anymore. So if we don't have 4 here, we can't have a 1 here, I think. Now the thing about this person is 3 is not on. So this is not a 3-6, by the way, and there's no 8 involved. So that's 1, 2, or 4. 2 is visible here, which will un-oneifies this. Oh, really? You have me curious about this puzzle. Is it the fact that you've been tinkering with it all week is slightly terrifying, though. This is funny. I mean, I guess normally you would say that maybe this could be a wraparound or like a repeat, but it's not going to be repeat with 3 or 6 because of that. We do know that this is going to be 2, 4, and the 4 is going to cause the same issues up here. So, or sorry, here. So this is going to be 2 in the middle, and this is going to be 1, and this is going to be 4. So that un-oneifies you. Oh, also this 4 has nowhere to go. Thank you for pointing that out. Ren bands and region sums, classic. Yes, whoever clicked that was correct. That this cannot be a 4 because we've removed 2 and 8 from here. So this is just a 2. Yet again, all these 2s in the little crannies, in the nooks and crannies. Okay, that's exciting. So, but I see a glowing red sun. Was that a mistake? Did I do that wrong? Wait, what did I do wrong? Was that not supposed to be I see a giant glowing gobstopper. Is that not a 2? That seems like a 2, right? What else could this be? It's not... You think it's fine. Okay, Skudro thinks it's fine. That this is 2. We are going to end up with a 2 up here. And we are going to end up with... Is this also going to be a 2? And this little nook and or cranny? I don't know. The thing about this is these could repeat, right? Oh, that's pretty limited actually in terms of what it even could repeat. Because it's not going to be 3 or 6, and it's not 8. It's not 4. Let's think about this person for just a moment. Shall we? Normally, this is our complement of black crocky digits. Obviously, we already see 3, 4, and 8. But it also can't be 6 because the 6 would require 3 here. So if this was 1, the thing that's annoying is the repeat situation, right? I see it. Look at that giant gobstopper. Do I need to be thinking about this digit? Maybe. But I'm thinking about this digit right now. So if this is 1, this is 2. If this is 2, this is... So if this is 1, this is 2. If this is 2, this is 1 or 4. But both of those are fine. But you couldn't have 1, 2, 4, which is what you'd usually need. You'd have to have 1, 2, 1 if you wanted to do that. And then 2, 1, 2, or 2, yeah, you'd have to do 2, 1, 2 because you couldn't do, it's the only way you could count down. 2, 1, 2. And then you couldn't have a 4 here. But you could have 2, 4, 8. I missed one in there. But wait, don't we know some things that there's like definitely... What do we know is in here? There's definitely a 2 and a 4, right? It's either... So this is not 2 or 4. This person. We also know there is a 2 and a 4 on here, right? Okay, sorry. I'm going to rethink about this yet again. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry, I'm being very slow. This, it obviously sees 4 and 6. But if we put a 3 here, this is 6, and that's bad for everybody. We're quite convinced there's a 2 in here, right? Like, we could not make this world happen without a 2 involved. Doesn't this just have to be 2, 4, 8 in one direction or the other if there's not 1s? How do we rule a 1 out of... Why is there not a 1 here? What did I do? Oh, because we couldn't have 1, 2, 4. And 1 was ruled out here. So this is just 2, 4, 8, right? This just is 2, 4, 8. And so this just is 1. And 1 must go next to a 2, must go next to a 1, next to an 8, next to a 2. How do we feel about that? I know someone was trying to show me the way. There's a glaring big 8 down there. I'm not interested in that 8 emotionally. I'm emotionally disinterested. The thing I am kind of interested in though is this world now, just because we have ruled out so many things. So because we don't have 2 or 4 on this, that also rules out 1 and 8. So this has to be 3, 6. And we already have a 6 here, right? So isn't this forced to be 3, 6, 3? Do you believe me when I say that? And that this is a 3 here. Look at that glow here. Is that an angry gobstopper? A lot of anger in that gobstopper. So that is what crocky digit are we missing? Is the 8? I see. I've got a very gobstoppered face. What are you doing? You having a little bath? A little bath time. This is, we're still missing a Kropke in here too. That's the 6, I guess. And then this is non-Kropkified. So without one, this person is also not 1 or 2 or 4. But I guess it could still be, well, it can't be 6. Okay, so this person, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, right, is already not 1, 2, or 4. If we put a 6 here, it puts a 3 here, so that would be a bad thing to do. However, oh yeah, if we put 8 here, there's already 4. So this is also 3, and this is 6. And that's fine. And then we get a 6 over here. And then that's great. It's great news for everybody. This is not 4 or 8. There's no 4 here. So we're down at, and this is rolled out. So this is just a 1, 2. I don't even understand what these what are these telling me? Is it all about the 1s? Am I just continuing to ignore good 1-related information? Probably. Like a 1 that's placed right here, for example, which does this. And then a 1's got to go in this neighborhood, correct? It's not here. 1's not here. 1 could be here? Is that a true statement? I guess so. Okay, have we addressed all crop keys? We have not addressed all crop keys. And this one is outrageously limited because it sees 1 and 3 and 4 and 6 and 8. So this can only be 2. And then it must be next to a 4 because that's all available. That felt very wrought. Like there was not a lot of wiggle room. So this is just part of a 5, 7, 9 triple, and the 9 will see that bottom feller. And the 7 will see the top feller. And what else will happen? The other things that will happen is we're still missing a crop key digit in here. Right, which is the 8's got to be here. And then we need an 8 here, which is going to be there. So this is the other half of the 5, 9 pair, which no one cares about right now. This is part of the 5, 7, 9 triple. It's really a 5, 7 pair. And then over here, we still need the 8. We need a 6. That's a 6, that's an 8. We have a 5, 7, 8 triple here, which leaves a 9. And we have, this is a very exciting heat going on. This is heat vandalism. This is really aggressive clicking. It's been some time since I've seen such aggressive heat. 7 is placed, and 9 is placed. And Show is going to try to watch this solve, and then is going to be outraged by all of this. QLMB, hello. Are those critical hits? So we need a 7 and an 8. That's 8. That's 7. I will claim to you. And we need, that gives us some stuff down here, which is great news. And a 5 and a 7, and place the 9, and place this 5 and this 9. Hello, Mr. Global Stomp. I like that Dancing Dinosaur. Global Stomp? Or Global's Tomp? It's hard to say. Up here, what do we need? We still have to place the 1 and the 5 and the 7. We got 5s and 7s are a real problem everywhere. Ones are tough all over with 1s and 5s and 7s. See, now it's just Sudoku that we have to think about, and nobody wants to do that. 6 in this column, 6. There's all the 6s in this puzzle. There's 1 here. There is a 6 up here. Wait, that wasn't a 6 at all. At all. Right, 6 is here or here, and it's not there. 6 is there. In fact. Oh, thank you. I feel like I'm doing just okay at this puzzle. But this puzzle, so very common on this channel to solve puzzles by a setter called Blobs. And this puzzle was set by Show, who is Blob's offspring. So I'm very excited to be solving Show puzzles. And my 3D print just finished, which is also exciting because of the fumes were starting to get to me. We do still just have some crop key digits to place, like our 2. And then we have another crop key digit to place, which is the 4, which is almost unbelievable. And then our final digit will just be the 9, I believe. Oh yes, Gojo, did you the show is the offspring of Blobs, who is now setting puzzles, which is very exciting. Oh, thanks for the follows to the both of you. I appreciate that. The robot is supposed to shout out to you, but the robot is broken. Where is the robot? This is the robot, and the robot is in a sad state right now. We can't see the robot because of the heat. We gotta make the robot work again, but I just am not very motivated. Juggler, hello and welcome. Why does my face disappear? Because I'm being vandalized. It's vandalism. I don't know what to do though. I mean, the bot, it's fine. We're just gonna make it work. I just don't really feel like it. I'm not really motivated to work on things right now. I want to work on my guillotine. Very excited about that. It is very charming that there is a Sudoku family. I think Blobs' partner also does test solves. It's the family that solves together, some things together. Okay, what do we need to do? We need to place a 9, and we need to place a 5. And we need to place some other digits, probably. 7 is still not known, is it? Is it? I thought we would know more about 7s, but I was wrong about that. We also still need 3s, which also feels like a thing we should just know about by now. Apparently we don't. We've got the 7, and we've got the 3, and we've also got the 6. 3, 6, 7. Which is just not a very fun arrangement of digits. Oh, right. This is the 7. So the 7 will be here. And this will be a 3, 6 pair. And we don't know the nature of those yet. Well, how's it going? Wait, is that true? Inappropriate. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by. And enjoy your eating. So we want this. And we want another thing that is this. And we also want a 1 and another digit, a 7, some might say. So we got a 1, 7 pair here. What do we need here? Bad at scanning. It's a 5 and a 1 and a 1 and a 7. And we need some other digits upstairs, like an 8 and a something like a 9. And we need a 4. And we need a 7 up here. And we need the 6 needs a friend who's the 9. And the 6. And 1, 2, that's the 3, that's the 6. So you are the 3, and you are the 5. 18 minutes. Charming, charming puzzle. I like I always like runs of crop keys. What are you doing? Serious bathing going on. This is private. Thank you for the GG. Let's solve another. Looks like we got more constellations on the way. Ursa. So the stars of Ursa Major. Oh, that's very charming. I do like that. Are black crop keys, and then Ursa Minor are white crop keys. So we've got a dipper up here. A big dipper could be. Another dipper here, a little one perhaps. Destination Ursa Major is a good song by Superdrag. So where do we want to start here? We've got all these 9s floating around. We don't have any. Well, we've got some runs here. And this isn't 2. So we do get 3, 4, 5 immediately. And we get... What? What else do we get? We got 5 and 7, which are not friendly. I like the division of this. Ursa Major and Ursa Minor must not interact. Well, got 6s we could think about a little bit. The 3 keeps the 6 from being there. Yeah, 6 is a little interesting in here. In that it's not there and it's not there, and it's not here because of the 3. But I think it's okay to be here. So maybe 6s were less interesting than I led you to believe. 6 in here. Not as interesting. Doesn't go there. Well, we don't have a 4. So this is not... if we don't have a 3 or a 4, that means we also don't have a 6 or an 8. So we're kind of limited to 1, 2 here, right? I think that's all. Oops, and I did that completely backwards. 1, 2 here, and then we're going to end up with a 2 here. And so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it seems there's a world where 6 could be here, right? So 6 is going to be in one of these people. Were 6 to be here, this would have to be 5 because of the 7. The 9, not as opinionated. 2 does land here. Okay, I'm sure there's other little fun things like that I... Like 4 looking at a Kropke is a serious thing. Well, this is serious. I'm in a serious situation here because of what can actually be here. All of the low Kropke digits are spoken for, so these must be of the high Kropke variety. And a high Kropke 6 will go through 3 and 8. Oops. This will be 3, 4. If I can work the computer. And then sequence-wise, interestingly, if it's an 8, it can't be a 9, so it has to be a 7. If it's a 6, it's got to be a 7. But if it's a 6, it could also be a 5. I think at this moment that is an acceptable arrangement. I think possibly it's possible. That didn't really help us solve our situation. I'm feeling very clumsy on this puzzle all of a sudden. This person is a high digit. I don't know that we care about that very much, but it is a 6, 7, 8, or 9, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are spoken for. And in terms of Kropkitude, that seems okay, because when you've got a range like this, you just kind of expand it by 1 for a white Kropke. So 6, 7, 8, 9 will become 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 without the 7 and without the 9. But that doesn't exclude anybody from here. I don't think. I think everybody still has a dance partner available to them. This Kropke is not feeling much pressure. How do we grow out of here? We do know the 1's not in here because it can't have a 2 as a brother, which is not too meaningful at the moment, but could be helpful in the future. Like 1's going to be on the outside. I mean, this person does not have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 on it. So this is also from the world of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with the 6 excluded here. So these are high-ish digits. We got 3 high-ish digits. I was just thinking about that in terms of this. We also have these people. We also have this, which sees both of these. How do we want to think about this? We do want to take this 1 into the sky. This would need a 2, which at the moment seems to be legal. Oh, Bowie. What are you doing, buddy? Well, are you watching me solve? Are you watching? What a good little guy. What a good guy. What a helpful fellow. Okay, we are doing what? The 6s are going to peer pressure the 3s off of here. So 3 is, and 3 is not here actually. Is that really true? Let me restate that. 3 is not there, 3 shan't be here, and 3 shan't be there. So it does put 3 at one end or the other, but I don't immediately see how to determine who is whom. Unclear. You're going to be, maybe, well, let's think about this for a second. You will also be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but not 6. So you will only be a 7, 8, 9. Invisible. Right. So you are not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could be 7, 8. Cannot be 9. Were you to be 8, you would have a hard time because you would not be able to be 7. You would not be able to be 9. So you are required by law to be 7. You mayn't have a 6 here, so you must have an 8 here, which does un-9ify you, un-7ifies you because of that. So we get a 6, 8 pair, and we get the 9 here, and then we get a 9 here, and then we get a 9 here, and then we get a 9 in the attic, and we get a 9. Where's 9 going to be in here? Because there's all these crop keys. 9's not here, certainly. 9's not here, certainly. 9 is not on this crop key, and 9 is not on this crop key. So we get this little funny 9 diagonal. However, 9 is here. And because of that, we've got, well, obviously, 9 is here. So that will place 9 upstairs and then un-9ify you and 9ify you. And we get all over 9s so rapidly. This is constrained just by the extremes and then some buddies kind of butting in. Okay, so that was the 9s, which is very exciting. That makes me want to do all the 1s, but I don't actually know that we can. I mean, 5, 7, and 9 in here are gonna be restricted. We just don't. I don't really know. I mean, you know, these are all crop keys, so 5 and 7 have got to be in these 3, but we don't really know the arrangement of them. Sad state of affairs. So what do we do? Do we think about this person? Do we think about 6 in here or something like that? 6 could go over here with a 5. That is a... We do get the 1 here, but it just does not feel terrifically helpful. This person is a bit constrained. Just in, it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 6, 8 causes problem. This is actually probably very restricted, right? It's obviously not 1, 2, 3, 4. So it could be 5, 6 is a thing that we could potentially put here. And it could be 6, 7. And I guess it could be 7, 8. It's just sneaky in the way that it interacts with this. So maybe it's not as restricted as they thought. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But, well, obviously not 9. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. But the 5, 6, 7, 8 here, this could never be 6. But it's, I thought this was going to put more pressure, but it doesn't necessarily have to. Well, this, the the pair of this digit does have to appear here, right? No matter what, if it's whether it's 5, 6, or 6, 7, or 7, 8, there's a pair here. This digit's going to appear here, in other words. Wait. Was this just wrong? Why did I put this here? Why did I say 6 was down here? 6 could be here. Why did I do that? 6 could be here or here. Was there a reason that I thought 6 could only be down there? That doesn't seem plausible. Why? Why did I do that? I don't know. But this person, of our Kropke, little Kropke possible abilities, we see 6 and we see 2 and we see 4. So no 2, 4, or 6. 1, 3, 8, which are all monogamous, right? 2 and 4 are only flexible fellows. So if this is 1, this must be a 2. If this is 3, it must be a 6, which is not allowed. We talked about that earlier. And if it's 8, this must be a 4. Because we talked about the 3s are going to be on the, are going to be on the fringes. What does that mean for anybody? It does take 2, 4 out of here, but not 3, 6 necessarily. Although actually this isn't 6. Just because of this 3. But let's talk about this person. It's just not as restricted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. We definitely see 2, and we definitely see 4, right? 2 and 4. This is not a 6 because it would put a 3 here, and that would be bad. However, once again, these at least are monogamous digits. So the 1 would have to have a 2, 3 would have to have a 6, and 8 would have to have a 4. It doesn't really help us, though, because we're trying to discover... Well, one of the things we're trying to discover is our 5-7 arrangement. This is a little interesting now, in that this is precluded from being a 2-4. So it's already not a 3-6. So it could have been a 1-2, a 2-4, or a 4-8, right? This person is from 1, 2, 4, 8. But we know that it can't be a 2-4 because that would break this. So it's got to be a 1-2 or a 4-8. And however you look at it, we get a 1-2-4-8 quadruple. So 3, 5, 7 is what we're left with. And the 3 is not in the middle. Right? What is this person doing? Unclear. I like this. I like the 2 4s poking around. Are there any eliminations here? I kind of think there aren't, because I think it's 1, 2, and well, it's not. That's funny, actually. It's not. You could have 1, 2, and 4, 8 would be a thing that you could have. You could have 4, 8. You could have 1, 2. Which I guess is forced either way. Unclear. It's unclear to me. Some things we know about, though. Things about which we have some information include probably something meaningful here. Wait, how did this happen? This is... There can't be an 8 here. There can never be an 8 here. Gosh, I'm sorry. There can never be an 8 here because there's 7 and 9 here. I don't know why I put 6. I'm probably just bad pencil marking. Anyway, this is definitely a 6. I think that was just bad pencil marking. I apologize. This is never an 8. This is always a 6. This is always a 5. This is the 8. This is the 4. This must be the 7 because it can't be the 9. You are not a 7. You are 5 or 8. If you're 8, you must be 7 because you can't be 9. If you're 5, you can't be 4. You must be 6, which is not allowed. So you are 8, and you are 7, and you are a 1-5 pair, which the 5 sees that person, so that's 1, that's 5. Oh, Show, sorry for the clumsiness. That was very nice, and I just was badly pencil marking. You know, it's a hobby of mine. No 5s there. We have unonified you. Well, you're not 4-8, first of all. So you're not 8 at all. So the 8 is forced here. 4 is forced here. 2 is forced here. 1 is forced here. You are not 2, so you can't be 1. And you are not 8. So this just is the 3-6, I believe. And then we didn't quite figure. We did figure out the 7. The 7's here. And then we need a. We do need a 4 in this land. We just need a 1. 1 would need a 2. So that's the 4, and that's the 1, and that's a 1. The 4 must instead have the 8, and then our remaining digit is the 3, I think, which will put the 6 here and place a 6 here. Oops. And also a thing will happen, which is we almost got all of our dots, which is an exciting state of affairs. This person feels sickly. We only have 2, 3, 6 to place, right? 2, 3, 6. And 3, 6, or yeah, this was already very limited. That's 2, and then all that's left here is the 4? You're the 3, so 6 is forced here, and then this must be 5 or 7. So we have fully Kropkified. Our Kropkitude is maxed out. This is a 6-7 pair. The 7 here and the 6 here. This needs a 2 and a 4 and an 8. 2-4 pair. The 2 here and the 4 here. 2 here. We still need some digits that are the 3 and the 4, huh? 3 here, 4 here. We still need a 3 here, and we need a 5, I think it is. Over here we need 1, and we need this 1, 4, 8. 4 is forced. 8 is forced. The 1's over here. Okay. This still wants a digit, apparently. I'm told. And over yonder, we need a 2, a 5, and a 7. Some of which are seen, but not everybody. Is that true? So 2, 5, 7. You're not 7. You're not 5. You're not 2. And then this is the other half of the 2, 5 pair, which is doesn't know anybody. Over yonder, we've got to place a 1. And we've got to place another digit that is a 6. In this neighborhood, we've got to place a 2. And we've got to place a 9. No, we definitely don't need a 9. We need to place a 2 and a 5, it is. Which I don't think are seen. And then this is part of a 3, 7 something triple. 8. Right? 3, 7, 8, 3, 7, 8, 3, 7 pair, which nobody sees. We have a 2, 5 pair there. So the other half of the 3, 7, this digit, is here. And then we also need a 5, 3, 5, 7. 3 and 5 are here. That's the 7. Wait, oh no, I'm sorry, that was wrong. Wait, what do we actually need? We need 8. We need 3, 7, 8 in these, which also the 8 is there, so it works out the same. So yeah, this was 3, 7, 8, and then only the 7 is there. And the 3 is there, the 8, the 3, the 5, the 2, the 7, and also for rounded out with a 5, a 2, a 5, a 7. Very clean, nice and clean. That should have been under 20 minutes if I hadn't missed this little affair here. Oh boy, you look so relaxed. Why are you so relaxed? What are you doing, bud? Why? Boy's a good person. Okay, I just feel like I'm on a roll. Leo. We need Leo ratios. More astronomy. We got more black stars. Okay. I don't know Leo well enough. I can't really picture it. You picture Leo in your mind. Okay, so we got our little friend up here. This little situation where we have the 2, 4, and then the flanks have to be 1, 2, 4, 8, but the 8 prevents what? Prevents a 2 from being here, right? Because we could only, if we did 2 here, then we'd have 2, 4, 8. So I think that prevents the 2. Is that true? Could be true. That removes the options. This is 1, 2, 4, or 2, 4, 8. So those digits don't exist here. So from our black crop key digits, excuse me, we remove 2, 4. Also, 8 is visible here. It is still, without 2, 4, it's not possible to have 1 or 8. Oopsie. So this is forced to be a 3, 6, I believe. And raid. Oh my gosh, Ratpinks, where have you been? Oh, Turtle Pie, thanks for the raid. Oh, really? Stream Boo. So it was worth it. It was worth it to pay the $4,000 I paid to streamboo.com just now. I mean, I will say I paid that $4,000. It was $4,376. I paid to streamboo.com and then immediately was rated. So I just cannot speak highly enough. And I really thank you, Russo4XA, for turning me on to streamboo.com. It's actually streamboospace.com, and then you remove the space. So it was worthwhile. I did. I put in the offer code, so I did get the discount. Where have I been? Oh, Ratfink, I wish I could tell you. I've done a bad job of streaming. Also, I've recorded hundreds of hours of unlisted videos on YouTube of Blob's test puzzles. So basically, I've even when I am recording Sudoku, it's for private top secret missions. And yes, here's Bowie. Bowie, can we talk? Hey. Hi. Hello. How's it going? We just got raided. How do you feel about that? Kind of unimpressed, it would appear. Little perrito. Little buddy. Turtle Pie, how was your stream? For those of you that don't know, hello, hi, if it's your first time here. Basically, without meaning to, this became a Blobs only channel. I think towards the end of last year, all I was doing was just solving huge numbers of Blobs puzzles, and then went on a mission to solve every Blobs puzzle, which I think maybe I have at this point. I'm not 100% sure of that. I may be a little out of date. But at the moment, wrong camera, at the moment, we are solving puzzles by Sho, which is a human being that was co-created by Blobs. So this is Blobs's offspring. Oh no, the chat's, wait, you just got moderated for saying loser. I'm gonna allow it. Rat thinks it's very nice to see you too. Last I heard your name, it was because you were being antagonized, I think, by, was it who did that to you? Was it Marty Spears? Who was antagonizing you? I thought you fled the country after that. Why was Marty out to get you? Why did this happen? Okay, we could solve this puzzle. Yeah, yes, okay. I got distracted. Hello, everyone. Welcome, and I've already got distracted. At any moment, I'm liable to get distracted and go off and look at something else. Okay, somebody wants me to look down here, so I'm gonna refuse to do so. Just on principle, gonna refuse that. One thing that's interesting about all of these people is there's not a 3-6. So we know that this is a 1, 2, 4, 8 quadruple. This is not an 8, by the way. So this is a 1, 2, 4, 8 quadruple because there's no 3 6s in here. And that only leaves a 6 here and a 3 here. Right? Do we agree with that? Does anyone agree with me? Which seems to say something about the location of 6s in box 9. Oh yeah, you can click. This is heat, and you can click, and it makes a mess. It makes a huge mess. It's a thing I'm the author of that I pretend kind of to not be the author. Oh, thanks for the follows, everyone. Because I haven't really supported it in a really long time. I just haven't been motivated to work on it, but it mostly works. I wasn't doing the heat map for a long time. I was doing the tomatoes, and the tomatoes seemed to work well and were slightly less targeted. Well, Turtlepie, you're certainly encouraged to use it, and maybe I'll switch back to the tomatoes. I don't remember how to do that. Tomatoes. How do you spell tomatoes? Is the real problem here? Not like that. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, so we got the tomatoes. There's a bunch of other ones. I should make some Sudoku specific ones. What would be funny is ones that just place like incorrect numbers in boxes. Oh no, do you have a migraine right now? I don't think I've ever had a migraine except one time. I had an ocular migraine and I went partially blind, which should have been really troubling, but I was so fascinated by what happened. And I had read about it in an Oliver Sacks book, all of which are great, but it was one about how he lost part of his vision, but your brain does a really weird thing. If you lose part of your vision, your brain doesn't just like leave a big black spot there. It just tries to fill in with whatever. And so if I looked at something like a pattern, like a brick wall or pattern carpet or whatever, my brain would pretty convincingly fill in what was supposed to be there. It would be, like if you looked at some kind of textured thing, textured wall, whatever, it would fill it in. But if you tried to look at words on a page, it would just fill in nonsense. And again, I should have been deeply troubled by this, but it was so fascinating. It was such a weird thing. The camera's doing the weird glitchy thing where I seem like I'm not a real person. Like kind of Max Headroomy. Screaming Ice Cube, hello. Oh, it's really nice to see everybody who I haven't seen for a while because I haven't been streaming. Because when I don't stream for a while, I get self-conscious and discouraged, and then I don't stream. We do have a 579 triple here, and this sees both of those, and that's just because those are the leftover crop key digits. In fact, we kind of could have had that immediately. We could have placed 579 before we did anything, just knowing that those are the black crop key leftovers. Okay, yeah, there are deep black dots opportunities, of course, but I refuse to look at them. I'm not gonna refuse to look at them, but I mean, I am pretty interested about this person. It feels hard for this person to not be a 3-6. right? Like, isn't that a thing that isn't possible? I think this has to be a 3-6. Because we have 3 digits of the quadruple that is the 1, 2, 4, 8. So I'm going to say that you're a 3-6. Hope everyone's comfortable with that. Sometimes people want to be a 3-6. I'm all for that. Absolutely. If you want to be a 3-6, that's fine. Isn't that a thing though? Is that wait, is that an inappropriate thing? Oh no, I'm just thinking of the 3-6 Mafia. A 90s hip hop group. So I think we're okay. I think we're okay talking about the 3-6 Mafia. I was worried for a moment that it was something offensive, but I don't think the 3-6 Mafia was offensive. Maybe. I think we do have a 5 up here. Seems to be a thing that we have. Seems like we have a 9 up here as well. And a 9 placed here. Seems like a 9 is here. That true? The 7 is just lurking around like a little weirdo with the leftover Kropke, like middle-ish Kropke. Okay, you really want me to look over here? I know it. I get it. A 3 dressed up as a 9. I feel like that's a downgrade. I think a 3 has an elegance to it that a 9. I think 3 is a better number than 9. By the way, this doesn't have a 3 on it and it doesn't have a 4 on it. So we're pretty restricted there, right? To 1 and 2. We certainly, 3 means we also can't have a 6. 4 means we also can't have an 8. So of our 6 Kropke digits, we're kind of limited to 1, 2, and the 2's in the sky. So we'll say, I did that exactly wrong. I did that in the last puzzle too. That's pretty impressive. That places the 1 here, which just is going to do tremendous damage here. Just mind-blowing. It's going to force a 1, 2 here, and it's going to force a 2, 4 here. And it's going to mean that what remains is the 7 and the 8, I think. Yeah, 7, 8. And then what else happens? What's going on over here? We know there's a digit from 1, 2. There's like a pair going on over here, right? Well, the 8's here. We can all agree with that, right? Oh, I pencil marked that wrong. That was very funny. I'm sorry, I pencil marked. I did it wrong. No, I didn't pencil mark it wrong. I just did it wrong. Very good. Wow, the tomatoes really came together there for me. I should just do, if you're really aiming, obviously, for audience engagement when you're on Twitch, right? Why is the camera so glitchy? It's when I have both cameras plugged in, it gets weird. And so the proper thing to do is to do things completely incorrectly to make people furious. That's how you really get the good engagement. This 1, 2 sees this, so we do get the 2, 7 down here. Now, back to the lies I was telling you. We still do need an 8 in this column. And then we have a 1, 2 here. So we're going to have a 4 here. So this is going to be the 2, 4. So the 1's going to be here, the 2's going to be here. There's no 1's here. It feels like the 8. Well, you're not 4, but we could still have 1, 2, 4 or 2, 4, 8. Is that correct? And then the remaining other person is left over? Is that true? Is Turtle the master of infuriating? 11:15 a.m. is a totally valid time to go to bed. There's no problems there. Okay, that's all very exciting. We have not addressed all of our dots, however. Do we break everything? I don't think we know the answer here. I think it's the brother of the 1, 8 goes in here with the 7. So wait, who's down here? The 4 is. There's a 4, 6, 4. Rolling down the street in my 6, 4. Oh, look at all these. I see tomatoes flying everywhere, and the places they're flying seem to be 1 related. Seems to be heavily fixated on the 1s. Black dots want digits. It's true. They demand them, actually, right? They kind of just... They just won't let up. So, okay, let's think about these digits. I was thinking about the ones, though, which does make sense. Just in terms of, like, this little sneaky fellow is going to peek in here. I don't want to talk about that, though. Let's talk about that. The tomatoes are out of control. This is a pretty limited fellow, right? In that it sees the 4 and the 6 and the... Let's just talk about this digit. There come the tomatoes. I deserve that. So there's no 468 or 486 if you prefer. The 3 would demand a 6 down here, which I'm fine with that. 2 would demand a 1 or a 4 down here. 1's not available. 4 is possible. And 1 would demand a 2 down here, right? But 2 is... There's a 2 right here. So 1 is not a person that we will allow. Then we get a 4-6 pair. So we have a 5, 9, and another digit. A 5, 8, 9, it would appear. 5, is that right? 5, 8, 9, and the 9's going to see there, and the 8's going to see there. 5, 8, 9. You're not 9, and you're not 8. What else do we know, though? I see. Okay, right. And in terms of the 1, right. 1 sees here, 1 sees here, so 1 is forced here. Are you happy now? These are identical tomatoes to Skojo's. Skojo and I have twin tomatoes. It's true. What else would be good? What else should I make for Sudoku? I just don't care about heat very much. I really need to work on it, but I just don't want to. No, there's more than enough tomatoes to share. I am flattered that Skojo would use the tomatoes. Certainly not a thief. Unless you're accusing me of tomato theft, in which case, maybe. It looks like an 8's down here, and it looks like this is the other half of a 2-3 pair. Which looks like it 6ifies you and 3ifies you, and it looks like you're a 4, so that makes you operate thusly with the 2 here and the 3 here. How do we feel about that? Is that acceptable? I think it's acceptable. I think it's fine. I think it's just fine, in fact. At this point, we probably have to start thinking about things like Sudoku, though, which is a real... Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, that's fine. Fine. I know I said, oh, no, like it was a big deal, but it's going to be okay. I do like the outer space. Is the outer space too much? I do like this shader. It's a pretty good shader. Chrome broke everything, so I had to switch to Firefox for Grease Monkey. Okay, sorry, I was distracted by text messages about some work I'm doing tomorrow. Why did we say this? Oh, because of that is the reason. So that's fine. See, this is where my brain just breaks down because we just run out of clues. So how could I possibly solve this puzzle when there's no clues anymore? I don't think you can. I think at this point the puzzle's unsolvable. So I'm sorry, everybody. I mean, I think we all wanted to solve it, but it just doesn't. I don't think it can be done. I think you can place a 2 here, and then that's the last placeable digit. I just don't think there's anything else. I don't think there's anything else we can do. Feels like I should know more about 4 at this point in my life. Speaking of 4, I turned 45 last week, which is... It's a little much. Well, these are like towers of 4s, which are fine. It feels like I should know more about 2s. It feels like I should know more about some things. But I just don't. I mean, I probably do, but I don't. Okay, I gotta just like treat this like a Sudoku puzzle, I guess. 5, 6, 9. The 6 sees one person. That's all? Is that really all? 6 there. Oh, thanks. How did I get so old? I know. Row 9 is interesting. Is it? I mean, it's a pretty good row in that it's mostly finished and just needs a handful of digits. But what could I possibly do with that? What was this? 5, 6, 7? Is that true? I can't even scan. 5, 6, 7. What do we do with that? You see a 6 and a 7. That's exciting. And then you're a 6, 7 pair. And then you all resolve thusly, which is exciting. You get a 5, 9 pair to place the 6 here. What do you want? You want an 8 over here and a 7 over here, which feels like I cared about that at one point, but not that much. And then over here, we need a 3 and we need a 2. And we need another digit that is a 6. So the 2 and the 6, place the 3 here, and we get a 2, 6 pair here. Is that true? Maybe. We have 5, 9 here, and the other person we need to know about is the 7. 5, 7, 9. Got the 9 and the 7. Well, that places the 7 here, right? Because it's going to be the other half of the 5, 9 pair. Place the 7 here. And that seems to be a reasonable arrangement. Rat thinks, when is your birthday? 43. The problem is, like, there's a certain point where I just, when there's a lot of songs and poems and things about more youthful ages, and I'm kind of running out of those. I don't really know any. Kinky Friedman, not till November. Kinky Friedman has, the Juggler wants me to do Sudoku, but I'm trying to talk about Kinky Friedman songs. He mentions, I think it's, I'm 21 in Nashville, but I'm 43 in Maine. Is that true? That's the People Who Read People magazine lyrics. I think it's, I'm 21 in Nashville, and I'm 43 in Maine. So, Rat thinks you do, when I'm 64, no, Rat thinks you turned 43 in November. You've still got this one. So you've got that to look forward to. It's a great song. We lost Kinky Friedman. I think we lost Kinky Friedman last year, which is a sad state of affairs. Okay, according to Juggler. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I'm here. I still haven't decided if I want to say like Isa Mook or Issa Mook or Is A Mook. Isaac. Kind of like that, like eyes amok, like kind of like running amok or something. Okay, we'll do the puzzle. We need 1, 9, which is, that was not true at all. Sorry, I meant to hit 9 there, but also 1 was not correct. This is another digit that's a 5, and that's exciting. And additionally, Ice A Mook. Well, I'm definitely not going to call you by your given name. I'm not going to use your government name. But is it Mook or is it Mook like book or look? Chaos is a pretty cool name. Ice A Mook. Ice Amok. Oh no, a challenge. ISO. Okay, we need a 1 here and a 5. That's not true. Why do I keep saying the wrong digits? The 5 is clearly here. We need a 1 here and another digit that is a 3. There's a 1, 3. And then over here we need a 4 and a 7 and another digit. What is it? 6, maybe? 4, 6, 7. The 7 is obviously visible. This doesn't feel like the way to go about this. Do we need to, we know you're not 8. We don't know about the 1. Because this is a 1, 7, 8 triple at this point, and you're not 8. The 2, 6, we need a friend of the 2, 6 up here, but we also need, I'm so bad at, it's because everybody's watching me. Everybody's watching me, and it's making me self-conscious. So if everybody could just look away for just a minute, just momentarily look away, then I think we'll get everything figured out. So this one's 1 and 9 and another mysterious digit is an 8 apparently. And this is part of a 1-9 pair. That un-8ifies you, by the way. So we do get the 8, 4, 2 arrangement. Is anyone still looking? The tomato stopped, so I'm just assuming that everyone politely turned away, which I do appreciate that. Very polite society. Okay, and now we just have to like solve a puzzle. How hard can that be? We do need a, it says I just seemingly cannot scan at all, and I just make up digits that don't even exist. We need it, so we get the 2 and we get the 6, and then upstairs we place our 2 and we place a 3. Okay, there was no reason that should have taken 25 minutes, but how can I, it's clearly not my fault. Oh, thanks everybody. Avert your eyes. Why does that remind me of something? Avert your eye. No, there's something biblical with your eyes. What do we do? What do we do with our eyes? We don't necessarily avert them. We need to like, what do we do with our eyes? Oh, Juggler, I want to, we're almost done with the show list, so I'm trying to keep it to show, but I'm also trying to stream more. So I would love to do some Juggler puzzles, but not this time. Forgive me. Do we eat your eyes? I don't think so. Isn't there something that's like, I can't remember. Okay, it's one of those times where like angels come and yell at everybody. Okay, Cassiopeia's ratios. I'm not sure I could pick Cassiopeia out of the lineup, frankly. Plagiarize your eyes? Something, what do we do with your eyes? Is that true? All juggler puzzles, all news puzzles, all... I almost fell apart trying to do all Blobs puzzles, and then I started trying to do all Scojo puzzles, and sometimes... I love Scojo puzzles. Sometimes Scojo puzzles hurt my feelings, and I just have to walk away. Bowie's done with this. Ooh, okay, what do we get here? We have Cassiopeia. Is Cassiopeia like playing a lyre or something? What is Cassiopeia doing? I don't remember what Cassiopeia is up to. Just hanging out, I guess. Just sitting in a chair. Is that all? Just sitting around. I don't know, Cassiopeia. Seems a little lazy. Oh, interesting. So anyone that does all of your puzzles, you do all of their puzzles. I do like that idea. Okay, so what are we doing here? We have more black stars, and we have an entropic line, right? Which is cute, which is very cute in how our little arrangement goes. Oh, I like this one. Okay, so where do we start? Anyone? Everyone? You're not one or two. That's a certainty. Do we think there's the communication is funny, right? Because you can only have low to low, or you have the possibility of low to middly, or you have the possibility to low to high. But you're pretty like this person, for example, is definitely. Oh no! I'm sorry, not low. You sorry, said that incorrectly. You can have middly to high. You can have low to low. You can have low to middly. You have middly to high. Which is not as exciting as I had initially thought about. But like this person rules out the extremes, right? But there's not really a reason. Is there a reason these couldn't be double lows? Well, it can't be a double low because it's not 1, 2. Okay, so this person, but 8 is okay. This is an interesting place to start, I think. So these are our black Kropke digits. We've ruled out 6, 8, right? Those are our outlier people, like the rule breakers. Ruling out 6 immediately rules out 3, and the 1 here rules out the 1. So this is a boundary that is a low digit to a. We don't know what this is. But it's going to be a boundary that is a low middly kind of thing. I'll start with my traditional coloring, and then we'll go from there. And it means that this person. That's kind of funny. So this person is going to make an appearance here as well, or at least a person from this entropic set. But it doesn't necessarily force this to be green, right? Because if this is the 4, this could be middly and this could be low, and then this could be middly and this could be high, because it is possible to have an 8 here. We do have an 8. I'm sure there's a more meaningful starting point here, but if you were it's just unfortunate because if this is 2, this could be 1, 2, or 3. It can't be 3 because of the 6. But if this is 2, this could be 1 or 2. And if this is 4, then this could still be 2 or 8. Would be a reasonable thing to happen. This person is quite under a lot of pressure. I get it. I relate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. So this person is immediately non-6ified, which un-3ifies them as well. Oh, well, that just sees everything then. Well, to continue the exercise, the 6 removes not just itself, but also the 3, obviously. And then in the end, this digit just sees 1, 2, and 8, so it must be 4. However, this entropic representative, or a representative of that particular entropic set, must end up there. And a representative from whatever this set is, which could be middly. I guess it comes down to what is going to happen here, right? Because this must be either a 2 or an 8. If this were 2, then this would have to be also low. So this would have to be 4. So this would have to be high. Is that how that works? This almost just can't be middly. Anyway, this person, we know we have a middly digit here, and it's not. No, I broke the puzzle. Did I break the puzzle already? That's very exciting if I did, because I can't. Oh yeah, of course I can. Sorry. This is a middly digit. So this is a middly digit. And so it's a middly digit that's not 6 and it's not 5 because it's on a dot. So it is 4 and this is 8, which is fun. And then the 2, 4, 4 situation is going to put a 4 there. The 5, vaguely, slightly interesting. The 6, less interesting. So what do we do then in terms of how do we commune with our brothers on this line? Like, these colors are not you don't know much about them yet. Is that not a normal stream? The please help? That seems totally reasonable. I used to. What does this say right now? Oh, I think maybe my microphone was broken, or maybe it was after hours. I didn't want to disturb my neighbors with Sudoku. So this person is not from the 3-6 set, so we know it's from the quadruple, our party quadruple, the 1, 2, 4, 8 quadruple. But we know that this is not a 4. Well, this is not an 8. I was about to say it couldn't be an 8 because that's not a 4, but it just can't be. Which means this person is definitely not middly, right? This person is either low or high. Does that get hard to do? You're going to be a 2 or an 8. Okay, so this is obviously not a 2-4 because that would hurt this person's feelings. So this must be either a 1-2 or it must be a 4-8, which keeps this valid, right? That continues to keep that person happy. Where's the 4 anyway? We know more about 4s than I think we do. What do we know about 4s? We know that this is also from our 1, 2, 4, 8 set. This is not an 8 though, ever, because this for some reason we decided that. Who knows why? Why did I decide this couldn't be an? Well, it's because it's just not there, and it's not 8 just because it's high. It's not that it's just that the 8 is forbidden. It's just not a high digit. So, okay, I know I'm being very slow, but that shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. So there is a big person in here, right? We don't have a high digit, so there is a big person in here that is a 9. So you are a 9. You're a 9 person, and you're a high person because you're a 9, right? And that means that you are middly or low, and it means that 9 is going to end up over here. Does that seem like a true statement? The 8, is there always an 8 on here? Or is there a way to not have an 8 on here? If I put a 2 here, this is definitely a 4-8, right? And if I put an 8 on here, then an 8 is on here because I put an 8 on here. If I put a 2 on here, there's always an 8 here. So there's always an 8 here. Is that a believable statement? I'm sure I'm making this more complicated than it needs to be. No, Juggler, I would never ignore you. Why would I do that? I mean, unless you're just telling me something wrong. You're talking about row 7, column 9. Oh, did I Was somebody else ruled out of here in terms of the 1 or the 2 situation? The middliness is a possibility. Yeah, I'm going to color these the way I want them, and we'll just live with that for now, because it helps me. I think, at least, it's like my emotional support coloring for entropic lines, which maybe no one on Earth agrees with but me. But it is spectrum based, and it kind of lets me feel like it helps me see when I have heavy arrangements of certain colors. You don't have to like it. You have to love it. Wait, the other row 7? Was I looking at row 6 and not row 7? I'm sorry. I was in fact looking at I'm so bad at that. Wait, that is a thing that because I'm so bad at it, I normally turn on the where is that thing? Where's the thing that turns on the Yes, let's just do this so I'm not as embarrassing. I'm sorry. In this world, what do we think could go here? What digits do we think are allowed to be present? If it was going to be a low person, which it could at this moment be a low person, it would have to be a 3, right? If it was going to be a middly person, it would have to be a 6, right? And it's not a high person. It is low or middly exclusively. We do still have to place the 5, 7, 9 trifecta, right? So 7 must end up here, so 7 must end up here. So 7 must end up here. Doesn't it feel like we know something else that is important? I feel like I'm just making things more difficult than they should be, as usual. Coloring helps me feel good about life. Some people don't like me making red digits low. That's a thing that some people take issue with. And blue digits high. Some people, oh boy, wait, we gotta check in back here. What's going on? Boy, what's going on with that little foot? We got a little tootsie hanging out. We got a tootsie. Oh, I just lost tootsie privileges. I still see it. We can have the little tootsie. No, withdrawn. Withdrawn. Do not touch the tootsies. Okay, you are correct. That. Wait, what are you correct about? We know there's highnesses. One of these is okay. One of these is the 8. Right? So one of these is the high person. If this is this person must appear here. Somebody, a representative from their what? It's the word I want. Like a representative of their enclave must appear here. It's not the word I wanted. But that could be fine, right? This could be 8 and this could be 9, or this could be 2 and this could be 3 or 1. We did decide. Did we decide something useful? We do need the brother of the 3-6. Oh, that's kind of funny. The 3-6's brother is like stuck in this this nightmare where it's pushed either here or here. So we need the brother of the 3-6, and we need the 7, and we need the 5. Those are the missing persons that we are struggling with. I don't know if that really helps me at this very moment. What do we know about you people? We know that this is a high-low pair, right? Maybe that was already stated. It's true. It's like Goldilocks. That's why the middle is green. It's just right. Doesn't it feel like it's one of those things where like a digit is like gonna like lop off options? You know, where a digit just like zooms through a cage and just cuts off a bunch of like slices? Or is that not a thing that's happening? It's probably happening, and I just am failing to see it, right? You know, where it just like zooms through and just like slices everything in half. We know so little about the low digits. Is there something about the state of affairs we have here that is these are opposite people, right? By making this, I mean, it would be 4 and 4, right? That is a thing that would happen, but then the 4 would be placed here and that would be okay. I'm saying if these were both middly, we would have 4 and 4. This would be the 3. Goldilocks doesn't want to put a digit there. Okay, if Goldilocks were to put a digit there, what would it be? Oh, I see the point. Oh, okay, well that's embarrassing. Right. Okay, gosh, that is embarrassing. Okay, I know that you were all trying to help me and I was just failing to even remotely understand what you were talking about. Right. I was very concerned about one of these being an 8, right? That was the thing I had a deep concern about. Like, which one is 8? Could be anybody, but one of them's the 8. But whatever happens here, this is a low-high pair. Right? Like in any world, this is high, this is low, this is low, this is high. This is that what we're trying to talk about? Is the enforced middliness of this, and I just refuse to see it. Like what if we put a low digit here, we suddenly have a very difficult time with these two cells. So we think that this is middly and that this is middly, and so that this is low. Oopsie. This is low and this is low and this is middly. Is that the arrangement that we all agree on? And the only middly available here is 5, and this is a middly 4, a low 2. You're not a 4, you're middly, so you're a 6. And the 1, 2 is forced to go with the 1, 2 pair, which places the 8 and places the 9. Is that right, or was everything I just did wrong? Without the 4 there, we lose the 8. So we place the 8, and the 8 is a high person. You people are both low people. I got friends in low places. I'm not a fan of Garth Brooks. I never really was. And maybe that's shocking. Some of you may be shocked to hear that. There's plenty of other songs kind of like in that sphere that I would prefer to listen to. Although it's not really my favorite kind of country western music. The like, I'm a loser and I'm proud of it is not necessarily my favorite. There's versions of that can be good, but I would not choose Garth Brooks. I've got friends in low places. I would maybe choose Randy Travis, going back to a better class of losers, perhaps. Okay, how do we feel about this? Oh, did I break it? Awesome. Row 6, column 8. Why was that not 4? Good question. I don't know why. It probably could have been, and I just deleted it for no reason. Because I was talking about Randy Travis. You're absolutely right that that could be a 4. You're 1000% right. I don't know why I did that. Because it's not on a... There's no reason... It's not an 8, which I think is the thing I was started to say, and then just eliminated the 4 for no reason whatsoever. Who knows why I would do that? Taking the 4 out of here does take the 8 out of here, though. So I think some of this logic was still right? Is that right? And these were right? And it was just the 4? Thank you for catching that. That's if I want a 4 in row 6. I mean, I guess. Is there an alternative? Like, could I just make this gray or something? And we just say, like, let's just not have a 4? Okay, yes, the point being that this 4 sees this 4 sees this 4 sees this. And so the only place, in fact, for a 4 is the place that I said we could not have a 4, which is embarrassing, but it's no more embarrassing than any other solve that I've ever done on this channel. So, we do have, it's true, we could just finish the 4s at this point, probably, right? Like at this point, here, this is what I always say. If you're gonna have 1 4 in row 6, you might as well have 4s in every single box. Because at that point, like, you know, there goes the neighborhood, basically. Like, if you allow 1 4 into your puzzle, like, you're gonna end up with 4s in every single box. It's not good, but it's just kind of the way things are. This person, we talked about the outcome of this is that this would need to be a high person. Doesn't it feel like we should know more things about high digits? Maybe. Also feels like where are the 3s in this puzzle, by the way? Let's place 3s. Let's put some in here and force a 3 here. Yeah, a 3 in here. What is the other digit that is in here, by the way? It's a 6. It's a 3-6 pair. We're back to that 3-6 Mafia joke, and I don't even know that I even remember a song by the 3-6 Mafia. So, not a great joke. We know, I mean, 8 is up there. That's a thing I feel confident in. I see tomatoes flying. Do we need to just think about what's left over in here? It would be nice to have a 1, and it would be nice to have a 2, and it would be nice to have a 9. And there's a 2-9 pair up there that's forcing a 1. So, but then our 2-9 situation collapses, and you're just stuck in a 2-9 superposition. I can't think of words today. Okay, well, that's all very exciting. 1 does end up down here. We don't know about the 2. We don't know much about it. What's going on in here? I see the tomatoes. I see them flying out of the corner of my eye. Oh wait, what goes over here? Is this a 5-7? We did talk about, yeah. You're just 5-7. So what else? You have the 8, the 2 ends up here. The 2 ends up here, which we don't quite know about the 2s yet. Yes, we do. Okay, that 2ifies you and that 9ifies you, which highifies you and lowifies you, but you cannot be 2ified. You must be 1 or 3ified. But then we get the 1 and we get the 2 here. How about that? Is that okay? Can we just agree at least on that much? So then, I mean, we got millions of middly digits at this point. Where's the 5? I guess it's got some spots. Hundreds of thousands of middle digits. We do... 8 has a couple places. What is it? Is that done? Or is that wrong? Was this wrong? Was it all wrong? Oh, we can place a 7. Sure, let's do that. I'll place a 7. I'm not too proud. And then this 7 slices across here. Just razor sharp cuts there and places a 7 here. And then these 7s just launch into box 3. And we get a 7 here. And doesn't it feel like we should know more about 7s? Maybe that's all we know. We need the other half of the 3, 6. We need so many digits in here. We also only need 2 digits in here, and one of them is a 1. And one of them is a 3. And that's 2 of our low digits, and the 2 is here, so we do need a 2 up here. And you're a red person. And we have all of our 3s, so we need the 5 and the 8. 5, 8 pair. And also, additionally, we still need 1, 3, 8. We just know so little. Really? And we see the 8. That's not tremendously interesting or useful. I was hoping it would force an 8, but okay. But we did. How did this happen? Oh, we placed that 1. We got this 3. That's exciting. Who could have predicted that? Okay, that's good. This is good. Everything feels fine. This is a triple that has a 1 in it and a 5 and a 6 in it. And the 1 is visible there. You're not there. This is a real mess. But there was something else that was important, right? I forgot about another important thing. Was it the 2? Was it the 1? Not really. Didn't it seem like something important was about to happen? Maybe it was the 3s. Do get a 3. And that's important in its own way. I see the tomatoes. I see the tomatoes flying. Oh, right. That's a great point, actually, though, because it's very good when I pencil mark something like this and then just to make no use of it whatsoever. Because this 1 sees this 1. So this 1 is a true and valid 1 as far as anyone knows. As far as I'm concerned. This 2 does make an appearance down here. Who else needs to make an appearance? We need middle digits, and we need a 7. 7. So the 7 lands here. And then we need 2. Wait, was that actually true? Sorry. We needed... No. That was not true. The 7 could have been here. 7 is here or here. It's 2, 5, 7, and what? The 6. It's the 6. 2, 5, 6, 7. But is it an awful arrangement of digits, isn't it? 2, 5, 6, 7. Is that what this is? 2, 5, 6, 7. And at the bottom we see the 7's not down here, but the 7 could be here. So what I said earlier was a complete false. No. That's a 5, 7 pair. Right? That's a 5, 7 pair. There's no 5s here. So that means this does see, this is 2, 5, 6, 7, right? And it sees 2, 5, 6, 7, so it is a 2. Okay, it was a much more elegant way to say the thing that I just said. Please disregard. And then this is an 8 with a digit. That's a 9. 8, 9, double high. So we have all of our high digits. So we need the brethren of this middle digit must exist here. Am I ignoring things? Probably. 1, 2, 3. We've got all of our low digits. Oh, the 8. The 8. The 8 is here. And this is a 5, a 7, and a what? A 5, 6, 7. And Where's the 6? 5, 6, 7? And you're not 7. So the 7's over here and here. That's a thing that makes sense. We do get the 5 down here. You're middly. You're high. You're not 8. And it's just everything's going swimmingly. We do have this 5, 6, 7 triple. This is like a 3, 5, 6. What are those with all of these 5s and 6s everywhere? It's a hideous mess. We do have a 5 in here though, right? With the 7. So that's a 5, 7 pair. So down here you're just a 1, 3 pair, right? And you're the 1 and you're the 3 and you're the 8. Oh, gosh, I think we already knew that because these were low people. And this is a high person. And these are both low people. This is a middly high pair. You get the 1 here and the 9 here and the 8 here and the 2 here. Places the 9 here. These are low people. We need a 5 in here. We need a 9 in here. Which is also, that was a octuple. Ignore that. A makeshift band-aid. Duct tape and toilet paper. This is a classic like shop band-aid. Or you just get some tape and a paper towel. It's classic if you're like at the shop and you injure yourself and there's no band-aids, which there should be. Obviously should be bandages. It's a classic. We've all been there. Ooh. Don't know about that. Okay, so we were doing a puzzle, I think. Are you injured? Column 1 looks interesting. I refuse to look at it. Well, there is a triple there, so maybe I will look at it. So is this a 1-9 pair? Okay, I will look at it. I'm more interested in talking about band-aids. Big believer of proper first aid. I think I need to go take some first aid classes, you know, as the world is collapsing. Just feels like a... I shouldn't even say some of these things publicly. Don't say incriminating things about what feels like just guaranteed intense protests in Portland in the summertime. Okay, well, what are we doing? Coloring things. That's a thing we're doing. We're taking our middlies. We're making our middlies green. We're making our lows red. And we are left here with a blue, which is also an 8. We are left here with a red that is a 2. I feel like I'm much better at scanning colors than I am at scanning numbers. Maybe we should just get rid of the numbers from Sudoku. Well, that way, okay, I love that because obviously I love any chance to color. But if you ignore that I really foolishly missed the whole point of this, that was actually very elegant. Like the pressure that was put on by this going into these people and what this arrangement was, even though I just failed to see it for a very long time, was a really nice, that was a very nice show. It's a good box 5. This is a good box 5. Wait, what is this? Do I want to look at this? Is this a trick? Do I need to start taking onions when I go camping? Do onions also... What, really? What if I just bring garlic, though? Because that will also keep away vampires. Well, wait a minute. Endless ways to make use of an onion. 1, 2, 3, 4... Is that endless? No, it's gonna feel good. If it hurts, that just means it's working. Okay, we are down, I think, to our last show puzzle. At least the last one that I have available to me, which appears to be an oil and water puzzle, which obviously I'm excited about because it means I'm going to color. So we have normal Sudoku rules. We have oil and water. See, oil and water runs in the family, apparently. And that would have been really funny if Show had like slightly altered these rules to really mess me up. But it looks like oil floating on water, etc. Digits and cages do not repeat. So each line read the same. So we got palindromes. Oh, a Palin-thingy. Okay. Blobby, oil and water, Palin-thingy. Okay. Okay, let's jump in. So we search for the classics. We look for 5 cages with 5s because they're certainly wet. We look for cages that have 4 digits that don't sum to 20 because we know there will be some wetness in those. And then we look for cages like what? What do we look for? We look for cages like this, because 3 odd digits added together wouldn't add to an even number. That means that's 3. That means this must be 2 odd digits adding to 8. So the palindrome is going to force. Is that true? The palindrome. I've never done a palindrome oil and water. But that's just true, right? That our palindrome. Did I do something wrong? That's going to force wetness up here. Like the palindrome is like a straw that's going to like force. It is, right? Isn't that going to do this? And also this, and also this? Does that? It is true. It's like a oil and water Rube Goldberg machine. And then so we get some evenness in here. How do we feel about that? Seems reasonable. Right? Right? I mean, as everyone knows, I could have scrolled for all eternity in that page because there's so many ways to use an onion. An infinite number, you might say. So, okay, what do we do now? What do we do now? The thing we do now, for example, is put a 5 over here, but it could be here. The thing we do now, for example, is we have 3 even digits that sum to 12, which we know what those are. And so we do place an 8. It does put a 2, 4, 6 here. Do you know 8 is not in the 8 cage? So 8 is up, well, 8's in this neighborhood. I don't feel like the thing we should be thinking about, though. It feels like the thing we should be thinking about is the following thing. We got a lot of water in here. It's a very wet place. 3. Interesting. Okay, well, if we made this wet, this would be an even total because 4 odds will be even. So this must be even, but it also can't be super big, can it? Because even if these are the 3 lowest odd digits sum to 9, so you actually can't solve an 8 there. So disregard what I just said because it wasn't true. So it was not worth considering. This arrangement, this must be wet because if we tried to, no, sorry, that's not true. There's going to be one, this must be even because if this person needs a buddy that isn't in one of these pairs, because any pair that we make even will be in 2x2s. So this is an even person. And this, so there's no 8 here, but 8, these could be even and that could be 8. There was a Pete and Pete villain named Endless Mike, who was definitely not played by Sam Rockwell, but had kind of similar energy, I think. Like Sam Rockwell, wasn't Sam Rockwell in the first Ninja Turtles movie? Okay, how do we make this? It's certainly not 7-1. Is this forced to be a 5-3? Is there some other? There's no 9 in here, and we can't. It can't be 7-1. So this just is 5-3, right? Isn't that a required state of affairs? And then this is a 1-7-9 triple. You're not 1. Oops, did the opposite of what I meant to do. And that puts 1-7-9 up here. Oh, Bowie's back. Hi, buddy. Oh, look at the little. Oh my gosh, look at his little crossed paws. Bowie, look at those little paws. Look at this. Look at this. What are you doing? Bowie, what a little gentleman. What a little gent. Okay, sorry, I was distracted by that. So we do need to put 1-7-9 here, and this 1-7-9 here. You drop the knife onto your foot, presumably with the pointy end down. Sorry to hear that. I'm going to just color these two, actually. It's a worthwhile thing to do because they... Right. So into your foot. So is it just still inside your foot? This person, we already have we've got a lot of wets here. We have 3 wets already. We can only have 2 more wets. So this person is orange, which makes this person orange, right? You took it out. Smart, yeah. Well, sometimes it's smart. Sometimes if there's a knife in your body, you want to leave it in there just because it could be like plugging something up, right? This is not even. That should have been apparent very early on, right? 3 even digits does not sum to an odd number. This is an odd person, which oddifies this person, which does what? It means that this person, the blues clues are going to end up as this pair or this pair, not here. So this is also orange. I mean, I guess it's... If the knife goes into your foot and you're able to just pull it out, that's better than like you drop it and it like chops off a toe. Maybe? It's difficult logic. Box 3. Let's talk about them. Are they interesting? I have 2 of them. I was still thinking of this person though. Because this person forces... This would force a lot of things to happen. I don't know if I'm ready. I'm ready for that. What 3 odd digits sum to 21? That's just 579, right? So that's not 1-3. This is a 579 triple. Is that true? There's not another way to get 21. Like that. Wait, what did I do? Odd is orange and blue is even. I don't disagree. I am perpetually, my life is ruined constantly. by the disconnect between the the synesthetic disconnect between oiliness and wetness, oddness and evenness, and blueness and orangeness. Look at those little paws. Bowie, what are you doing? Look at this. It's so cute. Bowie, that is so cute. Look at your little feet. Look at the little feet. Bowie, what are these little feet doing? What's with the feet? Oh, thanks. Okay. Whoa, that was very cute. Okay, I'm sorry. What are we doing? We were talking about what? This situation? Like what is available in this land? We do have to have a, well, let's ignore that for a moment. What? Oh, the column for 17 cage. Let's talk about it. Let's just chat about it. It is not a 5. Okay, so we think about this because these numbers can't be too big, right? This is not a 7-9 pair because that would be a 16, and then we would need a 1, and that would be very difficult. So, and this isn't 5. So we have 1, 3, 7, 9. But we can't have 7. So are we saying that we have to have the 1 and we have to have the 3? Because if we don't, like if I don't, I think we're saying that we have to have a 1 here or here, right? Because if we don't, this already sums to 16, and that does not bode well. So this is not 1. And then we're saying one of these digits is 7, 9, and if we don't have the 3 here, we have the same problem. Is that what we're talking about? That we're coming to a conclusion that this is a 3, that this must be a 3. One, 7, 9 would be a difficult situation for all of us, because then what would we do? So I think we have to have the 3. Is that what we're talking about? That the 3 must come in here, and that then one of these must be 1. So we have 1 and 3 is 4. So this will sum to either 11 needing a 6 or 13 needing a 4. Is that what we're... Groovy. And then we get a 3-5 pair down here, some might say. And then so we end up with a little triple here, but it's not actually a very useful triple. I mean, okay, that is useful though, because these are odd people, right? And then we get a triple up here that is 1, 8, 9. Not the 8. 1, 8, 9. But that, what does that say to us? Just want an 8 down there. 9 is a little more ambiguous. The 1 is already determined. Okay. So most of these people are even. Squiggly cage. Oh, but there's two squiggly cages. Sorry, which squiggly cage? There are 2 6L squiggly cages. Or is this the interesting one? Neither of them have sums. This one's interesting because it's going to commune with this one, right? They'll have an emotional connection. Both of them are interesting. Bold claim. So if this were a orange person, this would be an orange person, and this would be an orange person, and this would be an orange person. Alternatively, if this were a wet person, this would be a wet person, and this would be a wet person. And this would be a wet... Oh, gosh. This is a 6. Why did I have in my mind that this was a 5? Good grief. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Regardless of anything else, they're not 6 odd digits. Those are 6... I think when I started, I said 5, and then I just, without even counting them, just assumed they were 5. So that's always true. If you have 6 digits in a cage, you've got to have some evens on top. So that is gonna, like, dribble some oil down here. Doesn't dribble oil here, but it will dribble some oil here, and then we need some oil in here. Is that a reasonable state of affairs? Nobody wants that much blue. It's really not ideal. These people, however, are all wet, extremely wet. And 1, 2, 3, 4, we already have 4 wetnesses. So this exists as such. This exists as such. This exists as such. This person, I believe you, but I'm going to color these some more. Let's do more coloring. Was that true? Did I just Black Doom? How's it going? Now I worried I rushed through something that should not have been rushed through. Well, that seemed fairly convincing, right? That was all of those. These could not be wet. We couldn't have another pair, so this became wet. But also those are just all wet. Was that all correct? You're wet. You're a very wet person. I've always said that about you. And you are oily. Deeply, deeply oily. Disturbingly so. Okay. How's about that? Okay, well, what else? What do we know about anything? We know that, oh, right, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the exact same logic we did here. There's already 4 people that are odd here. So you are an even person. And there's definitely n even over here. Vertically, did I make a mistake? Something just looks... Well, you people are all spoken for. Your wetness is well documented. Your wetness is fully expressed, I think. Uh-oh. I don't think has Blob's done a yin-yang sightline oil and water? I can't remember, actually. There's certainly been no yin-yang sightline vault puzzle, why didn't I color this? Which I've been waiting for my entire life and will continue to wait for my entire life. Doesn't it feel like we should know some things? Yeah, like this. That these people are all very wet. That wetness will propagate. This wetness demands some evenness. Right? 1, 2, 3 demands evenness, and the only even there is the 8, and we demand evenness, and this person is wet, right? We're not 8, by the way. And then can we not do better than this? We've already done our palindromic propagations, right? That is it. We've completed that. that task? I think so. Okay. So now what do we do? This is a middle palindrome. It's not in a cage. Any other spreading we can do? Oh, we gotta do the especially on those like wiggly cages, just to be sure, like this digit. Just gotta be careful on these wiggle cages where digits exist. Like for example, this digit is this digit is this digit, right? For whatever that's worth. So at some point we probably just have to do some math, but are we really done coloring for the moment? It feels like we shouldn't be. That's interesting that there's an 8 in here either way, which is kind of funny. Like whichever way we do this, we end up with an 8 in this cage. There's always an 8, and there's 3 digits summing to 9, 2 of which are even. It's very cute. It feels like it should be meaningful. Oh, Skojo, that's true. You'd need some like additional constraint, right? You'd have some like you need another ingredient. Oil, water, and like I don't know why salsa came to mind. That seems like a very bad choice. You are not 2 or 8. You're just the 4 or 6. So are there just some sums that we need to think about? I thought there was another 8. Oh, it is here. This person. But this person isn't really struggling yet. It is kind of interesting. Well, I mean, I'm charmed by this. But I don't really know what to do with it. Actually, that's funny. This really does propagate. So this person is here, which by palindrome logic is here, right? And that means it's carved out of here into this corner, but it's not 8. So it's here, and it's... Do I know it's not 8? It's definitely not 8. It's not 8. So it is up here. And it's in this domino. So it's also this digit? Is that true? And so it's also this digit? Did I do that correctly, or did I just miss something? Is it true that these are all the same digit? I don't know that does that immediately help in any way other than just where did it end up in here? According to that, I'm saying it's here. Was that logic right? I'm sorry, I'm gonna do it one more time. Please forgive me. This digit is this digit. But no, it could have been the 2. Is that true? Is this digit. That much is true. I couldn't be the 2. And then in here, it's definitely not the 8, so it's definitely up here. So it is there. And so it's definitely here. And it's definitely... Where is it? I thought I did better than that. Did I not do better than that? How did I do better than, how did I rule it out of here? Oh, right, because it's not down here. It is up here. So it is here. So it is here. So it is here. Those are all the same digits, right? Which is fun. I mean, these are ambiguous, but these are definitively that digit, right? And that digit is not an 8. So 8 is here. Is anything I just said true? I knew that 8 was there. The 8 does still go down here. The 8 goes here. Why is it row 7, column 7 again? Why was it here? Why was it there? It was there because it was this. Oh, it's because of this digit sees this whole cage and it sees here, so it must be here, right? This is the digit. This is where we started. We started with 7, 7. That was our first spot, and we're not going to repeat in the cage, and we're not going to peek up. So I think that's true, and so I think that's going to help us place a lot of 8s. That was fun. A little scavenger hunt around the grid. So that 8 is in 17 cage as anticipated. It didn't necessarily help us with our totals. It does maybe help us. Does it? I mean, it almost feels like we could do that again with this digit. Does it feel like that? This digit, unfortunately, no, this digit is also not 8. Interesting. This digit is here, right? This digit's definitely here. So this is not 8. But I don't know how far this carries us. You know. And the red's in there. It does un-8ify this. So there's a tiny, tiny victory. So 8 in the column then is not here. We've just said it's not here because this digit is definitely not 8 and this digit is here. So I think the 8 appears only there, which wetifies this, which fully wetifies column 7. Sorry, oilifies. I said wetifies. Oilifies. Oil, 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 oil. We've got some red oil in this puzzle. And now you must be an oily person. The red digit is kind of messing me up in terms of the oiliness, but it's impossible for me to make it not red now, so sorry. Did that 8 have an impact, like an emotional impact? Or some more substantial? I think we've got just a funny arrangement that we can't quite resolve at this moment. So this digit, we really can't do better than that? It would be cool to do better than that. Well, I think we can do better than that. This digit is this digit. So where's that digit up here? It's not the 2. And the only other even digit at the top is the 8. And it's not 8. So I think it's here. Which puts it here. And puts it here, which means it's only 4 or 6, right? Because we're saying it's not 2. And then that puts it here. And it puts it here. and it puts it here. And that puts that digit here. Does that seem true? I don't know if this is the way you're supposed to solve this, but I love these kinds of like bounce around the grid things. So choosing this approach. Yeah, an emotional X-wing, sure. So, red is part of a 4-6 pair. Is that what we're talking about? And so these people are not part of a 4-6. We probably need to think about that now, right? This is 2, right? Because our red is, unless I did something wrong. Did I do something wrong? We already have the 8. We already have. You're not 2, person. You're only 4 to 6. Also, is that right? And then 2 is here to make our 12 happen. And 2 is here. And 2 is here. So that's already 10. 14 or 16. So this is only 1 or 3. But we didn't fully resolve our... You're 2, right? You're a 2-8 pair. Kind of feel like I made a mistake. Did I make a mistake? This is like a 2 red pair, which is a little fraught. And then, so what, but you can be red. Did I break something? I mean, this is certainly fraught. We know red's in here. We know red's down here. I don't know that we know the full arrangement necessarily. We got this total. This total was fine. This total is going to be 1, 9 or 3, 7, right? Certainly no 5 in there. This total could be 3, 5 or 1, 7. Certainly no 9 in there. So 9 is here, which is the thing we may have suspected anyway. But 9 can be. And this is contingent upon, yeah, we know the 1, right? 1 and 3 are claimed down here. So these are actually just 5, 7, 9, because it's 5 and it's the other half of the person, the missing person's person, the 5. And then the 5 ends up here. But there's no totals for those people. Is there a really obvious 2 thing happening? The 2 is here or it's here. This is a 2-7 pair, is what this is, seemingly. Because that's just all that's available. And this is a triple. Gosh, the 9. Well, I mean, it's 2, 4, 6. Row 3. These people? What are these people? Oh, they're not 1s, 3s. That's a valid thing. And the 7C's up there as well. Okay, let's talk about that. So they're not 1, 3. So these are 5, 7, 9. 7 peers up into the sky. One thing we didn't talk about is like this kind of thing. Like where do these digits appear, or what? Like where does this digit appear? Oh, we get a nice triple there. I'll take that. I get a 1, 3 here. I'll take it. So, right, you're an 8 with the other half of the 1, 3 pair is what you are. There's a 1, 3 up here. Oh, that's just placed. Wait, is that really 2? There's an 8 up. No. With the 8. 8 as well. The 1's not there. So, your brother is here. You're part of 5, 7, 9 triple. So, but unfortunately, this causes a fuss. It feels like there's more like sneaky weirdos looking around corners, but there actually aren't that many opportunities for that. It's really just the 2 big squiggles, isn't it? Like that this digit will not appear here, but it is allowed to land here or here. What? This feels like a place we need to pay attention to. Yeah, right. The 1. We can't put 1 here because we'd need a 7 here. So this is the 1. So that's 9. You're not 9, and that means you're not 9. 9 is one of you people. Oh, is there something? Row 2, column 7. Oh, right. Of course, yeah, gosh, I was thinking about cages looking around. We need to think about palindromes looking around. So we just did this one to get rid of the 9, but there could still be a 9 there, so we don't quite have this resolved. Similarly, however, this digit is here. So this digit, whatever this digit is, must appear down here. I just saw a tomato. Did I not finish thinking about the thing I was just talking about? Oh, that these 2 digits need to look up, that these are the same digits, right? This digit is this digit is this digit. And it's from 1, 7, or 9. Is that interesting? 179 is a... what? Gosh, the 1, 7... I mean, annoyingly, the 1 would allow it to be there, and the 7, 9 is not. Have I just not fully considered this? Or was it this? These are the same digit. Oh gosh, we just ruled out the 1, 7, right? When it's okay, several things. Right. This. I just didn't finish thinking about the thing that I was talking about. So we placed this 1 here, right? Which took the 9 off there. This now can't be 1, 7. And so the only thing it can be is 5, 3. So we place our 5 here. And what else do we do? This becomes part of a 179 triple. I know, Ice Cube. I don't know why I don't see these things. Okay. 8 cage in the back. We've done it. It's very exciting. You are part of 179. What's that going to do for this? 5 is pushed here because it can't be in the 10 cage. So that's one thing that happens, is that becomes 5 and that becomes 5, 3, 5. We un-5ify you. And finally, we get an 8 here, which gives us, helps us finally resolve our wetness. You become 2, you become 7. But I'm going to try to color these before I go too crazy. But my colors have gotten a little weird. I have very exotic oils at the moment. You become 1/7. You're not 9. You're not 9. That's a 1/7 pair. Oh, the 3 gets crammed up here with the 7. Right. Of course, because the 3 isn't up here. Right. A good point. 3 is not up here. This is 3. This is going to be a 3/7 pair. Oh no, but I haven't finished coloring. Okay, you are you, you are you, and that means you are you, right? Are we happy with all of our colors? I'm gonna uncolor the exotic oils because I'm having a lot of difficulty with them. Okay, how do we feel? Or wait, should I not have done that yet? Did we actually know our reds yet? Or was it still all just 4 6s? Or do we know it from the sum of something? Oh, we do, in fact. Okay, wait. So but before we do this, oh my gosh. Before we do this, you are a red person, and you are a red person. So we've completed our reds. But more importantly, perhaps, we know this now, right? Because this is 11. So this is 6. So all yellows are 6s and all reds are 4s. Does that seem like a true statement? So now let's uncolor these. I had a premature discoloration. You will be a 9. You will be a 9. This is not a sum. You're part of a 1/7 with the 7 and the 1 and the 7 and the 1. We un-7ify you. You just need a 3 type person, and you just need a 7 type person, which un-7ifies you, 7ifies you. 7 is not allowed in there, so you are 7. Oh, we already knew that by palindrome. Oops. 3, 5, 7. This is a 1/9 pair, which means 9 is not allowed in the cage. Right? 2 is a leftover of 1 and 9 here. Oh, show, that puzzle was great. Nice work. That was an excellent puzzle. That was very, very good. Nice work on that one. Thanks everybody, and thanks for sticking around. So I'm gonna say my reviews of show puzzles. I still think this grid is stunning. I love this grid, this directional, which is now covered in all my nonsense. But this is probably my favorite grid. You see this naked? You gotta open a private window if you want to see a naked grid. Love this grid, but I think puzzle-wise, I think this is the one. And it is such a charming notion that you have taken Blobs's, you have taken the rule set of your ancestors and have applied it in a way that Blobs never did. And a funny, gosh, I want to say something, but it might be a secret. I will just say, Blobs has said a lot of oil and waters. I don't remember if there's been a palindrome. Has this ever been done before? Oil and water. We got Ren bands. We got vampires. That was a good one, actually. Forgot about that one. Blobs, you haven't done a vampire puzzle in some time. Skyscrapers, Kropke, Thermo. Roman baths, I think, was X's and V's. Yeah, Blob. Wow. Show. You have... That was a weird zoom in thing. Excellent puzzles. Okay, so as of this moment, I believe I have done all available show puzzles. It's very exciting. Also, I'm going to go eat dinner and walk around a little bit, I think. But first, let's check in with my co-host. Bowie. Look at that little foot. Oh, hi, buddy. Oh, hi. Boy, what are you doing? Buddy bear. Hi, boy man. What are you doing? Hi, cute stuff. Hi. You a little boy, do you have any comments? I'm impressed with the autofocus here. Let's really get into the little nosy. Oh, boy, you're so patient. Boy, what a patient pup. What a good patient pup. Oh, those cross paws. Super cute. Okay, everybody, thanks so much for stopping by. Turtle, thank you so much for the raid earlier. Thank you for everybody who followed. Really, I'm going to try to stream more. We got to work on that. We got to work on the guillotine. The mechanisms are getting close. Go over here. I've got my prototype. What I was just printing were the mounting brackets for the little solenoid blocks that are going to release the guillotine blade. Some people might say you shouldn't make a guillotine that has 3D printed parts. Oh, Red Pinks, it was lovely for you to stop by. How do you feel about guillotine streams? I know that most people here prefer the Sudoku streams, but there's a lot of work to be done on this guillotine. I think I have the general idea of it. One of the more complicated parts is what I'm going to do. It's a musical guillotine because I learned that the first person to build a guillotine was actually a harpsichord maker. And so in honor of that person, I want to make a musical guillotine. But I need the key bed. Is a challenging part because I don't just want like a crappy plastic one. I mean, you might have to like get some old synthesizer and pull it out. That's actually kind of impressive, actually. There's no way this is this cheap. No way this is $150 for a semi-weighted. I don't believe it. It's not even actually what I searched for. I'm thinking like a, I don't need a full width one. They make it hard to get them, unfortunately. Like I want, I also don't need that. I don't need that many notes. I want a smaller keyboard. Like this person made this custom MIDI keyboard. I don't know where they got that though. They gutted it from somewhere. I want this. I want to incorporate this exact thing into my years ago. This place restocked. Synth Cube. Do you have these? I think they cost a lot, though. Okay, I know everyone's leaving. Gosh, they are costly. And just nothing is available. $300. $179 for a 37 key with aftertouch. Is that worth it? I think it might be the thing. I think it might be the thing. Art is expensive. If people bought my art, I could then use the money to make more art. Nobody buys my art. Look at that. Okay, I think we do have to do this, which is very... I don't actually know how. But it can't be that hard, right? Shift registers, eh? Matrix scanner. Okay, anyway, I think I'm gonna buy this. Everybody, oh my gosh, Bowie, what are you doing? Bowie, hi. Another camera. Look at that face. Look at this guy. Okay, everybody, you're all the best. As always, just so appreciative. Hitting the wrong button. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. Thanks so much, everybody, stopping by. Show, thank you so much for sharing the puzzles. Blobs, thank you for co-creating Show so that Show could create puzzles. And I will see you all next time. Thanks so much. Bye.